you do it.
Duly noted. Welcome, everybody. Oh my, I don't know what's happening now. But welcome to Shattered Dungeons. It's Tuesday night.
Everything's on fire.
Yes, everything, as always, is very on fire.
And also awesome.
Yes. Welcome. It is Tuesday evening, which means it's Shattered Dungeons time. So we got a couple of announcements, as we always do. The first one is I want to give a shout out to Played Together on Instagram. Go follow them, check them out. They are pretty awesome. They did a one-shot a couple of days ago now, but you can listen to it on our podcast and on YouTube and Twitch if you're interested in watching there. But it's a bunch of the guys from the Play Together channel all doing a one-shot campaign, including character creation, and it is just mass chaos and much fun. So if you are interested, go check them out, as well as listen to that episode. Next, we'll be at Ancient City Con here in about a week and a half. So if you are there, check us out. Come say hey. We'd love to talk with you not only about Shattered Dawn and all the various other games we'll be demoing while there, but also we'd love to hear just from you how you've been enjoying things, what your thoughts are, and maybe if you want to sit down and play, find a time slot and come join us. So next thing, Granite Great Axe Arc is available, drive-through RPG, and it will be available in person for those of you coming to Ancient City Con. So come by. There will be discounts, but don't tell anybody. So pick up a copy there. And the last
Speaking of
thing,
Ancient City, if I can butt in,
by
if you
all
go
means.
to I'm doing it anyway, so
go for it.
If you go to ancientcitycon.com to look up info, like I am doing, because I was trying to figure out who will be there, we are one of the pictures on the main scroll.
Oh, nice.
You can see David and myself running 2 tables of Shattered Dawn from last year's convention.
Nice. That's awesome. Fancy Town, as yeah, I'll leave it at that. It's Fancy Town.
Sure.
Last announcement before we get rolling.
I'm looking. Oh, look, there's Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man was there. Also, Billy West was there, which was pretty cool. We got to.
Yeah, I got an autograph.
Yeah, you did.
For free.
So, last but certainly not least, we have continued to truck along with the podcast downloads, and we are currently sitting around 600 downloads of our 1,000 download goal, which is awesome. And I want to take this moment to communicate to Lauren that the time is growing ever so closer that you will be actually running a game for everybody.
Kitten Town is coming!
Kitten Town. So, just a heads up, maybe start thinking of an adventure you want to run through us. It sounds like you already have one.
No.
We all have to play as Ilrias, and we can only fight with our claws. And we all can do, like, Care Bear stares, but we're cats.
Extra points for saying the word business.
The only enemies are giant balls of yarn.
Let's get some business time in the chat. Business time. Anywho, so that's all I have. This is.
Oh, my subs run out.
Whoa!
I need to resubscribe.
Yeah, resubscribe if you haven't. But
just a reminder to those of you that have Amazon Prime, you can do what I'm doing and using your free subscription.
Yeah, send those subs our way. This is Shattered Dungeons. And we're back. Welcome. This is Shattered Dungeons. So to pick up where we left off, I'm gonna move some tokens around over on the Roll20 side of things so everyone can be seen, not only in body but also in our hearts. So with us tonight, we're missing half the team is not with us, but it will still be an awesome adventure. Oh, excuse me. And I'm pretty confident that if we play our cards right, tonight we will finally see a character death. I'm hoping, but we'll find out. Who knows? Looking at you, Reg. So.
Aww.
$5 it's PAX. Oh, that's funny. That's great, chat. So tonight we have with us Jordan playing Reg.
Hello, everyone. My name is Reg, and please do not kill me.
We also have Dion playing Caden. Ooh, and I think he's muted. Yep, he is muted.
He's just really grumpy, thinking he's going to die.
Hello, everyone.
There he is. And then we have Lauren playing Pax.
I'm Pax, and I recently discovered the joys of pressure washing.
It is a joy. It's so true. So
good.
So this, to pick up where we left off, the team was sent from the city of Mihvra to find some intelligence operatives that have gone missing. They haven't reported back in for about 2 weeks. So they spent a couple of days, traveled to the ruins of Evrivahr, and they have since delved into the first level of Evrivahr and encountered a lot of interesting things like a trapped globe that shoots lightning or fire blasts at people. Definitely not fun. And we also encountered a group of underlings, some bandits actually, that had made a living in Evrivahr. And it was a tough fight. People almost died, but they prevailed nonetheless. And so we kind of pick it up there. The group has rested for a little while. It's been about 14 hours total between the end of the battle and waking up refreshed after taking a couple turns taking watch. And as they awaken and start readying their belongings, their items, they're just kind of making small talk. Kind of expectant for what the journey has in front of them, and also kind of reliving some of the challenges that they've faced up to this point. And in the middle of Chivi speaking about her yearning to complete the mission and find her associates that she serves with in the intelligence organization, she begins to not feel well, and she kind of clutches her stomach, and in a brief moment of pain, she lets out a yelp, and she blinks right out of existence. And there are magical particles that kind of just poof and explode from where she was standing. And in the spot where she's standing is a small, maybe 12-inch long metal rod. And it's got some weird inscriptions on it, but what you can tell is that it's Fultrax's writing. And for those of you who don't know, Fultrax is the master smithbinder, is what he called himself, who appears to have been working on some sort of magical device that has since blinked Chivi away from wherever you guys are. And so that's where we're going to pick it up. Chivi is now not with you.
Dang it, full tracks.
I guess we should pick up this magical device and stick it in a backpack.
Are you sure you want to touch it?
It can't be any worse than a rat.
We'll just take it home and throw it at Fultrax's
we
head.
do not speak ill of Mr. Tibbles. He is a good rat dagger. Aren't you, Mr. Tibbles? Yes, you are.
Mr. Tibbles stands in your bag, still stiff as a board.
You're always there for me, Tibbles. I love you.
Oh my.
That's
Not
an
like that,
awkward
Axe.
relationship.
I'm just, you're really attached to that rat dagger thing. It's okay. It's
I
good to
mean,
have friends.
we're attached to Kevin, right?
Yeah, but Kevin talks to us. I don't
I
know.
do talk to you. I am much smarter than that thing.
Aw, don't call
Now
it
listen,
that
Kevin.
thing.
We said we gonna be polite about Mr. Tibbles, and sometimes, believe it or not, Reg likes that Mr. Tibbles listens and is just there for him,
Aw. Are you sad when we sass you, Reg?
I mean,
Does that affect you emotionally?
It's sometimes, but sometimes I just don't understand it, so I don't care.
That's okay.
But
So-
maybe use a stick or something to put that in your bag, is all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah, just like wrap a cloth around it and we can, like a rag. There we go.
Cool. So you grab the nearest rag and pick it up and put it in your sack. Now, in the room to your west, there is the room that you encountered the bandits and the globe of fiery death. But in that room is a path to the south. 2 paths to the south, I mean. And in the room you stand in currently, there is another path to the south. So, that being the case, where are you guys headed?
We've already searched this room, right?
Correct. Most of it is just like basic life supplies. So blankets, some food stocks, stuff like that.
MREs. Yeah.
This is probably a nice, safe place to come back to if you need to rest. Protected rest, I should say, for any substantial amount of time.
A nice, safe place to come back to. There's bodies all over the room over there. There's some north of it that we didn't create. There's a person that's dead from poison. But I suppose it's relative.
So do we head south from this room or turn the electrical globe off and go out and head out into the main the room where the bandits are dead?
Did we turn the electrical globe back on? Because if we didn't, I think we should, and then continue down south.
Yeah, we turned it on last night to jolt anybody who snuck up on us.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's good. I think we should just continue along this wall like we have been and see what we can discover. So I think I'm going to go right here and check for traps before we enter this next section.
Okay.
At the very least, we can take a peek and just, if we don't see something we like, we could just go around.
Is Kevin with us or is his token just not here?
He's on your shoulder.
Yeah, Kevin is still bird perched on your shoulder.
Okay.
Bird person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled 95 on my search for traps right here.
Okay. Hold on one second.
You don't have a sneak bonus? But good roll, though.
Yeah.
Oh, actually I do. I got plus 25 sneak bonus from something. What did I get that from? Hang on.
I don't remember.
Let me open up my notepad.
I have been meaning to make a new character sheet, a clean sheet for Reg, and I keep forgetting.
That's what I finally just sat down last night and took on my kitchen scratch.
My character spread out over a couple of notepad files and about 6 random sheets of paper.
Yeah.
Nice. So, as you head towards the south, entering this room feels somewhat familiar. This appears to be a common area where the ruin's long-dead inhabitants would gather for meals or to sing songs of merriment by the fire. The hearth is long since dormant, and the rocks and debris strewn about indicate the last people to use it may have been the bandits.
Okay.
You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this room was used for merriment.
Anything suspicious about these statues?
No, they're statues of lions carved out of marble. They're pretty immaculate, but nothing appears to be special about them besides the quality of the craftsmanship, I should say. Now, at the south end of this room, very large metal bars extend from holes in the floor to the ceiling. There's too small of a gap for anyone to get through, though there's no indicator how to release the bars and open the passage down. There are obviously stairs leading down at the past these bars coming up from the floor.
Hey,
I'm going to
Katie.
search this statue for any type of levers or buttons or whatever.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to be
buddy.
pushing and pulling on various parts of the statue to see if I can do anything with it.
Okay. Sneak check. You spend some time going over things, but there isn't any lever or anything like that that would that seems to open anything.
Hey, buddy, do you remember that time you got shish kebabbed in the vampire house?
Oh,
I do. I do. I don't think I'm going to forget that anytime soon.
Seems like we might want to watch out for that stuff again.
I'm gonna do.
Reg is just gonna. I didn't mean to interrupt, Lauren. I'm sorry, but
I just wanted to do the same search on this line.
Go for it. Sneak check.
can I roll for Reg in the big fireplace?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a Raiders of the Lost Ark thing going on.
So, as we're waiting on... Dang, Lauren. It's awesome. Pax rolled a 130 on her sneak check. You spend minutes perusing the entire statue. There is absolutely nothing besides expert craftsmanship about this marble statue. Reg, you feel the same way about the hearth. It's a very well-made hearth, but there doesn't appear to be anything at the hearth that would indicate some sort of opening device.
Nothing here, as far as I can tell.
Who wants to touch the bars?
If you do it, do the tingles first, and we'll stay far back.
Take your sword and, like, can you tap on it with your sword, or?
Reg is slowly moving.
I'm
around
not
the
that
corner.
brave.
Okay.
I'll look to see if there's any buttons or levers or rocks that look kind of weird along the wall, just on the other side of the bars.
All right. Are you rolling for that or no?
Oh yeah, I can roll.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice. There definitely isn't anything on the other side of the bars that would open it. You do notice that there is a breeze coming from the stairs below, though.
Some breeze, okay.
Kevin, can you fit through the bars? Like, don't go through them, but are you small enough to fit, do you think?
I'm not, and even if I was the size of Mr. Tibbles, I don't think I would be able to fit through this.
Ooh, Tibbles, do you think you could do something?
Tibbles looks in astonishment, as always, because that's the only look it can make.
It's okay, Tibbles. It's okay. Reg is gonna literally just come over to this table, pull the chair out, and just sit down, put his legs up while he waits for them to keep investigating.
Okay.
I wish we knew this was here.
Did these rocks and stuff fall from the ceiling, or can I see where all that debris came from?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a straight D100. To your knowledge,
got
this
dust in
is a
my
design
eyes.
choice. With a 4, You think it was
some
created
choice
this
rocks.
way. I don't know.
I'm really into the feng shui of this place.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
energy.
Yes. Common sense, though, very clearly, it's just, due to time and gravity. Nothing appears to have necessarily created these.
So what are those thoughts you have before your brain catches up and explains it to you?
What are these gear-looking jobs?
Those are pillars. That's like an overhead view of some pillars coming up. They're supporting the ceiling in various ways, but they mostly look to be some sort of aesthetic thing. It's not like they're actually doing a whole bunch.
Yeah. Well, guys, do you want to keep looking here or keep going?
I think we should keep going because there's a possibility that if there is anything that triggers the dropping of these bars, it might be on the other side, further along.
That's very inconvenient.
It might be meant to go one way.
Hey, guys, where you going?
We need to go around the other way and turn the spark globe off.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit that thing again.
Okay, that's a smart plan. No objections from me for whoever wants to run that.
Just so you know, I wrote down globes on my list of things I was afraid of.
It's just this one. Did I see where the on-off switch was?
Yeah, you guys are all aware of where it is.
I'm gonna go back and turn it off.
Okay.
It nearly killed
But I'm
us,
still
but it was
sort of like sticking to the wall
gun shy.
a little bit.
Smart.
I mean, it did almost kill us all, but it did end up saving us, kinda, so,
True.
is what it is.
I search for traps.
What is this?
This
That
is
is
me
a-
searching for traps.
That
It's
is
a
a
trap.
candle
Oh.
up high. There don't appear to be any traps. So, as we are rounding the corner, you notice something kind of interesting. That the hallway to the south there leads to a very large, almost throne-like communing area. At the back of the room is a altar, and your footsteps kind of echo and reverberate greatly as you walk past the corridor you're turning down into the large room. Pillars frame the main passage to a raised area on the far wall, and atop is the throne. Clearly, this is an audience chamber, and as you near the middle of a room, a voice is heard, so you guys can move your tokens towards the middle of the room.
We're like, we don't want to.
Oh no, you're moving towards the middle of the room.
I like you give us no chance to sneak.
Nope, there is no sneaking right now. Sorry, Mr. Criminal, sorry. And so
Reg is peeking around this pillar. He doesn't like ghosts.
Yeah, he wants to be one.
yeah. So
That's in
as
case
you-
of death.
As you near the middle of the room, a voice is heard, and it whispers, "You have come to seek an audience, but the ones who built this place are gone. Only I remain." And a ghost materializes before the throne, standing in ethereal garb. It is unclear as to why this Ethel ghost is here, but it is apparent he has guarded these ruins for some time.
Oh, hi.
Hello, I'm Reg. Please don't kill me. Who are you?
I am the steward of this place. And you are not like the others here.
No, I'm a Dargoth. I'm a lot bigger.
I mean, besides that, you are not here for your own personal pursuit of things.
Oh,
No,
no.
some people went missing.
Yeah, we're actually here to try to find and rescue some people. Maybe you could help?
The ones you seek, they are not here anymore. They traveled to the bottom, and there is where they will stay.
By staying in the bottom, do you mean like they're holed up for safety, or they is dead and buried? Because I feel like that could go either way.
That I am unsure of. But from the others who have spoken to me, they are at least in the building, though it is unclear if their souls are.
Reg slowly
That's
walks up to
awkward.
Caden. Buddy, I don't feel good about our odds of finding people.
So how long have you been the steward of this place?
I have been the steward of this place for quite some time. I am cursed. I am an exile. My kin placed the curse on Mihvra herself. My ancestors, well, my kin, ancestors to you, were the ancient Ethel you've studied. We returned to seek Mihvra, and she placed a curse on us. I have been cursed to this land, though others have released my kin. I have been sealed in this tomb, as was my fate. They left me alone.
What are your jobs as steward of this place?
I have been tied to this throne for some time. I do not have a role. It is a curse for a reason.
But it doesn't make you do anything other than just remain here? You're not like required to
cannot leave.
defend this throne?
Is there any way we could help?
I do not know that you know the magics required to release me. But I can assure you, there is no reason to be alarmed by my presence.
Okay.
Are
Can
you happy?
Happiness is a construct I am not able to understand anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
well, if there's a way we can help you, let us know. But
There may be.
yeah,
My kin were researching a battery of some kind, an engine. It was supposed to draw potent energy to itself and power our siege machines. I have done some thinking in my time here, and it appears I may be tied to that engine. I cannot leave this room. If you can shut it down, I would be eternally grateful.
Okay.
If you were to leave this room, where would you choose to go?
I would travel down.
Like, to rest, I assume.
No, this is the public audience chamber. All of the more guarded areas are in the second and third levels.
So down the hall where the bars guard the door, between the two lions?
Between the two lions, that is something I remember.
Do you know how to lower the bars?
There is a latch. It is part of the hearth.
That's my bad, guys. I'm sorry. Did not see that.
Okay, so you can't leave this room. And first we have to find our friends. You said they had gone down.
Indeed.
So we have to find our friends, and then we can try to look for this machine so that you can be freed.
I would be eternally grateful, travelers.
Is there anything else you can help us? Or is there anything else you can tell us that would help us about the other people who are here, the ones who took our friends?
I have only seen the dead and underlings here.
Those are the dead that stay dead, right?
I'm afraid not. Much like me, dead who are cursed to a wretched existence.
Caden, we might have skellies, and you know how I feel about skellies.
Everything starts to pucker up, Reg.
Even his ears.
Well, I guess we can go look for a friend then.
All right.
Good luck on your journeys.
Ghost.
Hey, Kevin, is this your first ghost?
Let me ask you something before we leave.
Indeed it is.
Prior to your being cursed,
Weird, right?
who were you? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm afraid my memories only exist in patches. I am unsure as to my identity, though I know I am cursed, and the things related to why I am cursed.
All right, thank you.
Hey, would you just promise if for whatever reason we're able to help you move on and be free, that if for some reason you happen to become angry, like, oh no, now I remember I'm a mean person, could you, not kill us?
Should the opportunity arise, I will spare thee.
Thank you very much. Oh, what was your name again? Did we get your name?
I do not remember my name.
Ooh, that means we get to name him,
Yeah,
Reg.
you want us to make you up one?
I would like that very much.
Don't choose Kevin. That's taken.
How about Beauregard?
Beauregard is good.
Beauregard,
That's a weird pun.
I accept the name, travelers.
We can call you
will
Boo
now
for
answer
short.
to Beauregard.
That's Sir Boo to you.
Mr. Beauregard.
I'll start making my way back towards the earth.
Caden is done with our nonsense.
You guys are dumb. I'm out. All right.
Come back.
I mean, how many opportunities do you get to name something?
when
started
you guys
looking
are playing
for
stuff
a
a lot.
I'm gonna go back around and. Do you think we should turn the electrical globe on again? Or
Sure.
is that gonna?
No, I think you should. While I search for the lever.
I mean, it could hurt other people, but not us.
I'm just wondering if we like scamper out of here. All right, so I'm turning the magical. Well, it's not magical. I'm turning the electrical globe back on
Oh, that's magic.
in case we get snuck up on.
So,
It's potent. Remember the brand.
indeed. No, they're all interchangeable. The energy is potent.
available.
Yeah, check your local drive-through RPG.
Is that like a drive-through?
It's not what you think it is. I'll put it that way.
Is that like a drive-through beer barn?
Yes, but infinitely better. It stimulates the
booze of
mind
the
in a
mind.
different way. Yeah. So, Caden, you spend some time perusing, and you get a plus 25 to sneak, right?
I believe so, but I can't remember why. So,
I'll
Just
take
go with it. It's good.
Well, I mean, if you have it written down, most of all of us, you would know. So that does, in fact, work. You're able to find it. It's on the left side.
oh, I see where I wrote it down at. Yes, I do have a plus 25 to sneak.
Cool. And so you find there's a part of the design that you can kind of switch, and it kind of grates against it from all the dust and gravel that's kind of in the crevices. But as it scrapes, you kind of feel the click happen at the end of the motion, and the bars that are holding you from going down the stairs recede into the floor, and the way is open.
I quickly run and jump past the bars real quick, just in case they spring back.
You activate the second trap in the shadow of the first.
Roll a stamina check.
A stamina check. Oh, I knew it. They're gonna snap back into place, aren't they? Let's see here. I am going to use all of my stamina because I got a feeling this is very important. So 100 to this roll.
Be funnier if it's
174.
Not bad. So you run as quick as you can, you leap, and you basically do a front flip down the stairs. And it's at this point that you realize that you didn't really calculate your trajectory and the fact that you were leaping down a flight of stairs. And so your amazing reflexes kind of kick in, and you're able to spot exactly the way you need to land out of the front flip. And so you kind of land in a power stance, 1 foot up, 1 foot down on the stairs, and look back to see if the bars have come back up, but they haven't. They're totally fine. And so the sense of urgency you felt subsides.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna
Reg will
see.
nudge Pax and then do a little polite clap.
Yay! Encore,
When you said leap
encore.
down the stairs, I was like, this dude is jumping down the stairs with like a full run from the other side of the room.
Caden, I happen to know a very reputable circus if you ever need a job later.
So, you guys, I'm gonna switch the scene now.
I'm gonna search for traps.
Should we have one of the tingles ready just in case? Because I said there was the dead boys.
Ooh, the tingle.
Now, when you search for traps, is that sneak also?
Yes.
So all of this is better. So this 74 I rolled for searching the stairs and below
A 90
is actually exactly a 99.
Yep,
I said 5. Why did I say 5?
it's okay.
You got it.
Math is tough. So, descending the stairs, you see a long since abandoned market district. Tables are broken and dusty. Some still have wares on them, specifically weapons and some potions. On the far end of the room is an extremely large, cavernous room that seems to go beyond your line of sight. air is moving in here, and it's very clear from the sheer size of the chasm that there's probably a hole air is getting into and creating a breeze. The chasm makes all of the noises created much, much louder, and the platform that juts out into the empty air of the chasm seems to be anchored to something sturdy. The platforms are not magically floating. They appear to be a substantial feat of engineering. And so if you're on stream, you can see those to the south, and you can kind of see the deep, dark chasm. On either side of the platforms jutting out into the chasm, there are pillars coming up from seemingly way far down, almost out of nowhere, but on them are cauldrons lit with flame. So you guys can kind of see better than you have been able to up to this point.
Wow.
Right.
That is amazing.
Red rolling for traps.
I just did. You don't trust me?
He got a better roll than you did, Reg.
You've looked for traps.
No, I got a better roll than he did.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You got a 99.
Yeah, I got mine.
I know, but it was before you described the area, so it's kind of a let's all look kind of dealy.
Yeah.
What do our non-elf eyes see?
I would like to see what I can loot from this table.
Okay. You are able to find a couple of potions of healing, just 50 points. Literally 2 potions of healing, 50 points. Also on the table appears to be some bandages and gauze, some wraps, basically. And then also on the table are some herbs that seem to have been left some time ago, and so they're very dried up. But nonetheless,
Dried green herbs in white paper.
Nonetheless,
Anybody got a light?
oh my, you can still smell them, and they smell like some sort of medicinal spices.
You amaze me, Reg. You're afraid of books, but yet you stand on a bottomless next to a bottomless chasm.
You know, I didn't even think of that, but whatever. I'm good. Let's look at some weapons.
All right. And so there are all sorts of various Athelian weapons. You really have a good group of weapons to choose from. So if there's anything you're looking for in particular, you can definitely check that out.
Hey, I know you're both as good at feeling the magic. Do any of these say, "Hi, I'm magic"?
I don't know. I check.
A potency check will do.
All right. I'm gonna make it a good one.
Reg is trying to just become the Swiss Army knife of magical weapon.
Oh, I got a weapon for that.
Pretty much.
232. There we go.
Nice. So looking around, you do find a magical weapon buried kind of beneath. It's not necessarily super potent, but it's at least something. You find a mace
Of singing.
It's an Athelian mace, and it is going to have the it's going to give you a damage resistance against fire. It's going to give you 2% fire damage resistance.
You say 50%?
2%.
Oh.
Radically different.
Very different.
Tap it and say, "Here you go, Rich."
I'll put it in the bag. Maybe What was his name? I want to say Fulcrum, but that doesn't sound right.
Full track.
Hey, that's my buddy's gaming name, actually.
There you go. Random shout out to Fulcrum. Go follow him.
Are there any bows on the table?
There are Athelian bow, Athelian arrows. None are magical, though.
I think I have a Dargoth bow.
Yeah, I think yours is better.
Me too.
Of course you do, Reg.
Oh, by the way, did
Yeah.
I think at the end of the last session we were talking about giving Caden the Athelian crossbow of necrotic heal,
Oh, yeah.
since he doesn't have a ranged option besides his magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
Yeah.
type that into chat, the stats for him. So,
Yeah, give me a
Pax,
sec.
you have found the chest that is in this room, of course. I would put nothing
Yes,
else
I did.
past you. Go ahead and roll a lock-picking check.
I don't.
that's also a sneak, right?
No, it's lock-pick.
I have a pickpocket bonus with that, or is lockpicking a totally separate thing?
It's a totally separate thing.
Well, I got nothing.
Aw, with a 12. So, you try as you might to open this this chest, but the lock appears to be just rusted shut. You're having a really tough time opening it. Would you like to call out for some assistance?
Yes, Reg, come smash this thing.
Oh, yes,
straight
ma'am.
up.
I will. Excuse me.
Thanks.
We're gonna pull out a favorite that hasn't been used in a really long time.
Bernie.
I'm gonna pull Bernie, the flaming great axe,
Bernie!
and Dion. I put the crossbow in the chat for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so my roll is, what is my bonus with Bernie? I updated it recently. Okay, 234. Do I just roll a straight attack?
Yes, I am actively trying to find the part of the book that outlines this specific instance. But yeah.
Actually, Pax, now that I think about it, maybe you guys should step back the other way in case things get explodey.
Oh,
Yeah, step closer to the giant cliff face that goes to your impending demise.
I'm gonna go to the other side of this.
I'm switching
Kaden,
this
do you
trap
have
from
any?
its current thing to a wind spell now.
Caden, do you have any lockpicking abilities?
If he loans me Bernie, I have about the same amount of ability.
I was just checking to see in case like we set something off in this this chest.
Just be ready to heal me.
I'm gonna go stand behind this table.
Hey, let me know when I can swing away.
Yeah, go ahead and swing. Excellent. You definitely hit. And what is your damage there, Reg?
Reg's damage with Bernie is 269.
Well, this very old lock just melts away and falls
Oh
right
yeah,
off.
I guess I could have just ignited it on the lock without swinging.
I'm not gonna lie, I assumed that's what was happening.
Yes, that is
Absolutely.
exactly what is happening.
So, inside, you find a plate mail chest plate of plus 20 attack rating. And you find a potion of healing and a dragon bone mace of plus 15 electrical damage.
We actually got one of those last time, didn't we?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Nice.
So we have two.
Mm-hmm.
And then a potion of healing.
Yep. And then the plate mail chest plate of 20 attack rating.
Do you guys wear this stuff? I know I don't.
I my armor rating is better when I'm not wearing armor at this point. So.
Maybe if we can find Miss
I wonder
Shelly
if
again.
Chibi would like it, yeah.
Is
think
all of this
Chibi's
stuff
wearing
the
mine.
stuff that was in it? This is a lot of stuff.
No. I just kept rolling until I found 3 I liked.
Well, yeah, I think that the gauntlets that were on there was also another dupe, anyways.
Yeah, I try it's a list of like 100+ items that I roll on, but sometimes it rolls duplicates. So.
I gotcha. So which of these 3 are they then? Is it the
Dragon Bone
chest?
Mace of +15 electrical damage, the Potion of Healing 50, and then the Plate Mail Chestplate of +20 attack rating.
Reg
Oh,
has
nice.
2 electrical maces in his bag now, and no skill with them whatsoever.
Oh, you're gonna name them Shocker and Fizzle.
I could use them.
Sparky.
Whiz bang.
I
So-
could definitely use them.
So,
yeah, maces are a different tree.
You guys have kind of gone through now and really exhausted this old, decrepit marketplace. Before you stands the chasm with the platforms extending out into the middle of it. Are you guys going to go that way?
Oh, let's check for traps. Actually, I'd grab a couple of these non-magical swords and knives and stuff, and I just toss them about the bridge.
Oh, smart.
Just scatter them.
So you grab a handful of Athelian weapons and you just start chucking them as far as you can. And some land close, some land far. The smaller items go further, obviously. And they just kind of hit the stone and skid across. It doesn't appear that any traps get activated. Nothing crumbles. Like I said, this whole area appears to be a very incredible feat of engineering. So, but yeah.
So
Appears
Reg
safe
seeing
enough.
what Caden's doing. Oh, that's a good idea, buddy. He's gonna pick up another random weapon off of there and specifically toss it over where they're off the side to try and see just how deep of a drop that is.
So you take just a handful of weapons, and which ledge do you go toward? Like move your token.
Just the one I'm on the side of already.
Okay. Roll a straight 1d100. You can add up to your level and stamina.
Sure, why not?
Good roll. I kind of wanted you to be off balance and fall a little bit.
I was about to say, don't forget to let go.
Yeah.
Well, it would be time to finally use that magic carpet.
There you go. And so the one Messena has. So the
Oh crap! Someone's got levitation.
I have a magical staff of slow fall.
That isn't going to help him once he's over the edge.
Well,
yeah.
okay.
I suppose you could throw it really hard downward and hope it goes just faster.
So Reg takes some of the weaponry and just puts his hand out over the chasm, lets go, and you see them fall deeper and deeper and deeper until they finally exit your view, and you cannot see them anymore. You don't hear any sound at all.
Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news. Which do you want first?
Good news.
The good news is, if we fall, the fall will definitely kill us.
I don't know. It depends on how long the fall is. I mean, if there's an end to the fall.
I mean, there's always an end to a fall, ain't there?
I don't know.
Not if I keep my pumpkin spice forever.
Winter is coming.
I don't know if this has a bottom.
So, but forward is the only way we can go, right?
Correct.
All right, body system.
All right, kids.
I think we should run and jump.
I
Wait,
wouldn't
why are we
recommend it.
jumping?
Oh, actually,
Oh, the picture just loaded. Sorry.
yeah, it's probably you're right. Now that I can see,
Up into the fire.
we're about to make one of those what do you call it? Foreshadowing thoughts true. It wasn't gonna be. Someone was gonna lose $5 because it wasn't gonna be PAX.
Aw.
I like how you guys couldn't see where the thing goes, and you were just like, I'm gonna jump blindly. Like, I'm just gonna leap and see what happens. If I die, I die. Okay.
Windy, I can fly.
Happy
So-
thoughts, Kaden. Happy thoughts.
Now that you've actually stepped out into the chasm itself, stepping out onto the platform, your gaze is caught by the giant flaming cauldron at the in the center of a squared pathway. The cauldron is disconnected from the walkway, and as you amble on either side of the pathway, your eye spots a very large statue at the far end of the chasm, with what appears to be some sort of ritual stuff going on around it. To your left is another pathway that appears to lead elsewhere.
Okay, kids.
More of those statues that were at the entrance.
No.
I don't like any of this.
I don't feel good about this, buddy.
I think the only
Although
way
I'm
is
really
forward.
curious here. Let's. I'm gonna walk over to here
I'd watch your step.
to see if I could get a decent vantage of those hands. Is there anything on the inside those statue hands?
You're gonna catch those hands.
So, looking down towards the ritual area, there's nothing about the hands that appear to be anything crazy. They do appear to be part of the ritual area, though. It looks like just some kind of ornate design more than anything else.
Are they floating, or do they also have pillars underneath them?
They everything here has pillars underneath it that extend towards the very, very deep bottom of the chasm.
Okay, well, maybe there is a bottom ridge. They're standing on something, they're not floating, I suppose.
But I mean, it must be really high if you don't hear it hit. So that's what I'm saying. The good news is the fall would probably kill you right away.
I've been falling for 30 minutes!
Do we want to walk over to the creepy sacrifice dish, or just
we should
hang a
probably
left right
look.
here?
Choices.
I just don't think anything good's gonna come of it.
Yeah, but
Right.
it might be the thing that's keeping the ghost guy around.
About that, you know, the ghost guy doesn't even remember what happiness is. I mean, does it matter if we free the ghost guy?
Yes, it matters that we
What
free
would
the
you
ghost
feel
guy.
like if you was a ghost for thousands of years, living forever, and just, I don't know, a lack of mortality?
And he helps
It's
us
like
out
a
as
team.
much as
He seemed pretty non-caring about his situation, in my opinion. I mean, he did want us to free him, but I mean, it's almost like that's just to make something different, not necessarily that he's got goals here.
I don't know.
I was once captive without any understanding of happiness, and yet here I am, enjoying my own freedom.
Ooh, point for Kevin.
He helped us. The ghost helped us out as much as he could. So I mean,
Well,
Did he,
I
though?
feel
he
like
tried.
How did he help us out?
he told us where the button was.
Yeah,
The button into this place does not seem friendly. We may die down here.
we might, but there's no other place to go, and
I
we
mean,
know
he
that.
warned us there's spooks down here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, if we couldn't have came down here, we could be, you know, headed home, feet kicked up by the hearth, and
Well, I'll tell you.
all right, let's go take a look at it. Let's go check it out.
One of my favorite things is hearing everyone beat down Caden until he finally is all right. Let's go.
No.
But then the weird thing, Caden, is that you're the first one to go. You don't even want to go.
Reg is rolling a check on his path because he's going to go the other way, but he's feeling very secure.
Pax is scampering to keep up with Caden as he storms off.
Okay, so let's see here. Reg, you're going that way. Gotcha. Okay, so this appears to be some sort of ritual altar. The statue is of an unrecognizable soul Ethel. Your guess is Mihvra herself. On the altar is a large pan filled with bones of humanoid beings.
It's Skellies.
Well, we checked it out. Now maybe we should go.
You know, I forgot what.
Now, if you'd like to kind of look more intently at things, you're more than welcome to.
I feel like the disembodied voice wants us to look more intently at things.
You don't
What's
have
the,
to. You can leave this part if you want.
Do you sense a magic vibe from any of this?
Caden, what were you saying?
I was going to say, what's the race that gets plus 50 to health?
I
think it's Ducerison.
Yes, I think that's it. I
Aren't
couldn't
you?
remember what I was.
Yeah, I think you are a Ducerison.
What am I?
So, okay, so they're all about the matriarch. They're not about this Mihvra person.
So the Soul Ethel who created this to begin with are a matriarchal society. The Ducericans typically have been intertwined with the Soul Ethel's culture and history. Mihvra is the first Soul Ethel. She was the one who opposed the Nor Ethel, and her and her kin were cursed.
So, am I on board with this Mihvra thing, being that I'm loyal to the matriarch? Or is it a different matriarch?
So the figure is unrecognizable, like there's decay and stuff that happens. Your personal guess is that the statue was once of Mihvra, and that just through years of
women, Caden?
I'm asking about my culture though, specifically.
Your culture,
do they like Mihvra, or do they like someone other than Mihvra? I'm not sure if it's the same matriarch or it's just related.
Yeah, so the Ducericans stereotypically will align themselves with anyone who aligns themselves with Mihvra.
Okay.
Now, in this current state of the world, obviously it's more dependent on your city, your country, all that fun stuff. Mihvra is long since dead, but just like in the real world, you have different regional factions and things like that. It doesn't necessarily mean because you're Ducericin you are loyal to the throne or to Mihvra itself. The patriarchy is the world government. So
I got you. I look underneath this red carpet to see if there's any holes in the ground.
Smart thinking. There aren't any holes in the ground, but you do find some bugs that have made homes there.
That's perfectly fine.
Oh, that's gross.
Do we want to look at the altar a little bit closer, or are we going to leave that?
Yeah, let's come around the side a little bit.
Okay. Anyone who's inspecting the altar, roll a sneak check or a straight spot check, which would be like just a straight 1d100. Generic roll is what I'll call that.
Generic.
Oops, mine's plus 25. I tried to.
Yeah, I got you.
This is what I wanted to do.
Okay. So you all are searching around the altar, and the altar is fairly ornate. The pan in the center is very clearly filled with humanoid bones, and as you guys are all gazing at it from bottom to top, all of you notice at the same time that in the statue, the very large statue's staff, is a very large, faintly glowing sapphire. It appears to be part of the staff itself, though based on your very hasty assumption, you could probably dislodge it given the right, strength or logical means of doing so.
That looks pricey.
Well, it looks like it might drop this whole platform from underneath us.
I like the way you think.
I mean, we can poke it.
No.
I try to see if there's any magic associated with that staff or the ruby that's set in it.
There is definitely something magical about it because it's glowing. You don't know exactly what, though. It could be anything. It could be just like a simple light spell, all the way to some sort of, aura that affects everything around it.
Oh, okay. So it's not like glowing just in this really polished or anything. It's like literally producing light.
Correct.
Okay.
Like there's a glow from inside it.
I gotcha.
For reference, a typical sapphire, a small sapphire, not like a huge one, a very, very small sapphire. We're talking about like half the size of a penny in real life. That goes for 150 gold coins. This thing is literally the size of a basketball, if not bigger.
Hey, Pax, you said you had something in your backpack that can slow our fall?
Yeah, I have a magical staff of slow fall apprentice level. I can use it 5 times.
Maybe you want to get that sucker out just in case.
Okay. Do you want to try to dislodge that and I'll catch it with the staff?
Well, I've got me my big pokey stick.
I'm wondering if we should step back and use a ranged weapon.
You don't want to send it flying, though.
True.
But has any of you seen a glowy, shiny rock like this before?
No.
Not really, no.
Do any of you get the I don't know, that thing you magic folk do where you're like, oh, I know it, I feel this magic in it, it is bad or good?
I don't know. Is that a thing?
I'm just trying to say, do you guys want to do a potency check on
Can
it?
I check the alignment?
I was like,
magic?
is that
Reg doesn't know how to say it.
are we able to sense whether there's like,
You have to
I don't know,
lick it.
traps?
So yeah, you can check for traps if you would like. And that's just a standard sneak check. If you're trying to figure out what spell it is, that is a potency check. Caden, is that your check for oh, good lord, that's terrible.
Reg is checking. The only thing he knows is stuff that hurts him. So he's checking that staff to see if it's booby trapped.
All right, so Caden, you're looking at the staff itself, like the everything that is not the gem, and it appears that nothing on the staff, like the carved staff, is anything that would be necessarily detrimental to you. There are no runes. There's nothing like that. It's just a smooth marble staff. Now, Pax and Reg, you guys are searching more for any indicators that the jewel itself is trapped. And so you kind of collaboratively work on this. You can't necessarily see the both of you from where you're at, and so Reg, you kind of get up on the altar as best you can, and Pax, you kind of climb up his back
Excuse me, Bones.
to get a better vantage point. And so here you're not super close to it. Like you're maybe I would say 6 feet away from it at this point, even considering Reg's size. But you notice that there is something on the back that almost looks like it would activate some sort of trap. And as soon as you see that, you notice that the eyes of the figure there are some sort of holes in them. You're not quite sure what would necessarily come out, but it is very clear that something comes out of the eyes should the jewel be touched.
Neat.
Or not touched, but removed.
Guys, you guys are standing on some sort of sacrificial altar, I'm assuming?
Yeah. It's cool.
Okay.
I mean, they're dead.
Okay, let's back off a little bit, Reg.
Here we go.
All right, so we're pretty sure that were we to dislodge the stone, something bad, acid, fire, whatever, is coming from the eyeballs
Oh, you know, I didn't even think to check the eyeballs.
of the statue. Hey,
Would the path of the eyes head straight out, like at the bones, or is it aimed more at the staff?
It depends on what would come out of it. If it is a straight stream of like an arrow, let's say, it would hit kind of in a general area centered in front of it, like basically where the altar was, that whole line. So basically where you were standing to reach it, to get as close as you were, that whole line all the way to basically where Pax is standing. If it was like an acid spray, it would hit everybody in the front of it, and then like direct line. But then if it's fire, you know, it could probably torch the whole place in front of you, so you're not quite sure.
So what Reg is pondering is, with his large size and his halberd with reach, could he from behind this, like, come here to this spot behind, hold on, behind, and poke up to knock the gem off and forward?
Yeah, you could try that, though you couldn't reach from there. You would have to have Pax, or you would have to climb up on it. Like there would still be like 10 feet from where you're standing right there. The altar gave you some additional height.
Okay.
The bones on the altar, can we tell how that thing died? Are they real, or are they also like statues?
No, they're definitely real. You can see little dried chunks of flesh and nastiness.
They're the plastic food you find in open houses.
They appear to have been some sort of sacrifice. You do have a dragon.
So they don't seem to be related to the eyes. The death doesn't seem to be related to that.
No.
Yeah, Kevin.
What if Kevin, what? Okay, so just thoughts. Were you to turn into a dragon, would you be able to grab the stone safely out of range of whatever's going to come out of that statue's eyeballs, do you think?
Indeed.
Here's what we can do. Oh, go ahead.
Go for it. No, that was all I had to say.
No. No, not yet.
No, don't go yet. Yeah.
I climb up there, I guess, and I look at it. I just want to tie rope around it without moving it that much. Like,
okay,
tie the end of the rope around it.
Reg.
So you successfully tie it without necessarily moving it. It's kind of easy to do because, I mean, it's a heavier item. But how are you getting up there is the question.
I take the path that Reg took.
Okay, so that means, Reg, you need to be standing on there so that Caden can reach it.
Caden, if that doesn't work, we's gonna get hit like point blank with whatever is there.
Trust me, buddy. Trust me.
What about? Okay.
Pax.
What?
Pax, can you do the big tingles on us just for safety?
Yeah, I was just wondering, Caden, what's your plan? Should we not see if Kevin can?
Oh, we could check to see if Kevin can do it. But what I'm thinking is, if we tie this around it and let the slack of the rope go all the way over towards an end over here, and then pull on it without being in its path. Maybe 50 foot of rope, we can get enough distance from it.
I think that would work. What do you think, Reg?
I don't feel great about that, if I'm being honest. I mean, what if we try Kevin first, and then this is our plan B?
Okay. How does Kevin feel about that? What can you do, Kevin?
I would just fly up and grab it,
But avoid the eyes.
avoiding the eyes.
Yeah, you gotta kind of snitch it. Bloop.
So, are you gonna have Kevin try this?
So, Reg is going to suggest before we do that we get off to the side, but you two should probably stand behind Reg in case something far-reaching comes out. Yeah, it could take the brunt of the hit.
Well, I mean,
If it's fire, Reg does have his fire skin. I think the boots were fire skin.
all right. So Caden's way over there, so he should be good.
All right.
All right,
So,
Kevin. Once you get up, if you don't think you can do it, don't try.
So Kevin he switches into his dragon form and flies up to where the stone is in the staff.
We
And
summoned the Dragon Zord.
yeah, as he's flapping his wings, trying to stay as steady as possible, he encounters a very odd problem. For whatever reason, he cannot get a good grasp of this thing. Because of the way his claws are fashioned, and because of the make of this actual staff's contour, he can't get a good grasp on the sapphire itself. He tries for maybe 5 minutes, but to no avail, and finally he gives up, and comes and switches into his bird-like form and perches back on Pax and says,
I apologize. I don't know why or how that thing is escaping my grasp, but
Is it too big for your mouth?
It's slippery.
I can dry my mouth.
Woody.
he goes back up,
Ooh. Whoa. Whoa.
and with a
hold
roll
on.
of a 9 continues to fail.
No.
So
All right.
it's not like he grabs it and tries to pull it away and it's attached. It's literally like if you've tried to pick up something very slippery, like if you try to pick up a bar of soap in the shower, you know, that one of the oval bars of soap.
I gotcha.
You know, it's just tough for him to actually get a firm grasp on it. It's not that he can't pull it away or anything.
Gotcha. It's okay. Plan B.
So plan B is Reg stands on the altar, Caden climbs on top of him, ties a rope around the sapphire, and then everyone runs away and yanks on the sapphire.
I would suggest Pax be ready to shield us in case something happens. I've got my fire stuff ready just in case, but that can only protect me, not Caden.
I can ward you. Yeah. Tingles
So-
for everyone.
So Pax awards everybody, and everyone jumps into position. So at this point, Caden, you're going to need to roll a performance check.
Okay.
I assist.
No, you cannot. You're not actually doing the tying. You are effectively a ladder.
Oh, okay. I thought it was for climbing Reg, and I'm like, I can give him a hand.
No. The performance check is for him tying the rope around the sapphire. But Caden, go ahead and put your token on top of Reg's token.
Okay. Bloop.
Yay!
Hey, buddy.
All right,
All right.
make the one of the more important roles of this game.
Ourselves killed.
rooting for you guys. Oh.
Yeah, that's a roll of a 10. So,
It's okay. It's okay.
here is what happens.
What had happened was
This, Caden, that roll was to simply tie a knot around a thing. That wasn't necessarily that you were trying to yank the sapphire or anything. And so you just simply fail at tying a rope steadily around this thing. So you can try again if you would like, but I will tell you, the more failures that happen, the more likely it is that something drastic happened.
I gotcha. I think we should try at least one more time, though. Now, the sapphire is attached to the staff, and the staff is in the hands, right?
Correct.
So, does it look like the staff can't be removed?
Yeah,
Like,
the entirety
do I
of
have
the
to tie it
statue.
around the sapphire specifically?
Yes, the sapphire is the only thing that isn't carved out of one solid piece of marble.
I gotcha.
Hey, Caden.
Yeah.
I don't know much about statues, but do you think if I use Mr. Freeze on the bottom part, we could just tie it to the stick part and break it off?
Wait, what? You want to break the statue?
Yeah, the stick part.
I don't want to jostle anything that's inside of those eye holes that you pointed out.
Was it okay? So out of character, the idea is, so there's the sapphire and there's the part where it's attached, and then there's the actual staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the idea would be to tie the rope to the staff, which would be easier, I assume, to get it would be an easier check, I would feel, than if the sapphire itself is slippery.
The sapphire is just round. It's not necessarily slippery.
Okay. But if we went this route, it would then be to under where the rope's attached, either with Mr. Freeze or Winter, use the, ice it up so it becomes weak and then can be pulled away as one big chunk.
But what makes you think that still wouldn't set off a trap?
Because we'll be far away holding the other side of the rope at that point.
Oh, you want to pull on the statue? Well, we could try it if you want to, but while you freeze it, I'm going to be over there.
So is that the new adjusted plan?
Well, can you tie it on first? Can we try one last attempt to tie?
Sure.
Yeah.
Here we go. Fingers crossed.
I believe in you.
My daddy taught me this knot.
Not better.
It apparently wasn't a very good knot.
I mean, if we're looking on the bright side, it's twice as better as the last one.
True. So you try it again, and you feel like you got the bottom pretty well, but then the top part of it, because you're wanting to get it sturdy, so it doesn't fall off completely, just doesn't quite work. So you kind of abandon ship and go back, and you can do one more try if you would like, or you guys can try the pull from the bottom plane.
I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I mean,
Actually, who's our performer? Pax, you're a performer.
I didn't take any performance advancements. That was Mr. Business.
I mean, we could just
Though
try.
Pax does
freezing
have
it and-
ranged.
I have ranged ability.
Yeah. As do I.
But you can't tie knots, basically.
No.
Masenica tie knots, right?
Yeah, she has performance.
You want to come back on Tuesday.
For a week.
So, are you going to try the staff thing? Just yanking on the staff?
All right, let's head down first,
I like the heading down part.
and we'll come to over here.
I'm gonna get out my magical staff of slow fall apprentice level just on the odd chance. I don't know how this works.
Reg is going to take a.
Well, I'm worried that like wind will come out of the eyes and just try to push us off. That's why I want you to have it handy.
Well, did you say we got the rope generally, but not like super good for pulling?
Yeah, it's not super good on the sapphire. But
So what?
the you can very easily get it around the staff. That's not something you'd have to roll for.
Yeah, that was what I thought we were rolling that time.
No, that was the sapphire's second time.
Okay. Well then, yeah, we would have put it around the staff just under the sapphire.
Okay. So you're gonna pull now?
Well, Reg is going to take out Winter and aim for under that spot where the rope's attached to try and freeze it and make it become brittle.
Roll a attack roll. Yep, you nail it. And so expertly you ice up the part you intend to, and now you're gonna pull the rope.
All right, guys, we can do this.
Roll a stamina check. With all of your strength, you pull on the rope as hard as you can with the intention of yanking this very, very strong marble carving out of the rest of it. And as you yank on it, you break the rope in half.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the statue's like 30 feet tall or something
Kevin.
like that, right?
Yeah,
Kevin,
it's
are
very
you?
large.
Can we attach the rope to Kevin, the other half?
Yeah.
So now you got a way to hold it.
Yep.
Yes, quite.
Kevin takes the rope and flies off as fast as he can to try and break the thing. And the rope breaks in half again. You now have 12 and a half feet of rope. Spuddles plays! Hey man, how are you doing? It's great to see you. Welcome to our stream. What you have just missed is us failing attempting to get a sapphire off of a statue. So you have 12 and a half feet of rope now that you have successfully broken in half. Well, I guess 25 feet, because the other half of the rope.
Where's the magic carpet?
Messena has it, and Messena is not here.
Dang it. Okay.
All right, so any different ideas on how to remove this trapped sapphire from this gigantic marble statue?
I got nothing.
Pax, what would happen if you hit the frozen spot? Would it crack it?
What am I hitting it with?
One of your arrows.
One of my arrows? I mean, I can try.
I don't know. I mean, we had the rope tied around the frozen spot and it broke the rope.
What type of arrows do you have, Pax?
Electric.
No, I mean like the material.
Oh, I have no idea.
I think, don't you have dragon bone arrows?
Yeah, she bought a bunch.
Yeah.
Use one of those.
Oh, what is my attack bonus for that?
Those deal 22.
Bragging.
20. Oh, yeah. Okay. 22.
Spuddles, that is I've been waiting for that to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So we'll see what comes up.
Oops. So I think this is right. Plus 2.
No nat ones, but we've come pretty dang close.
Yes. So Pax rears her bow up and gets ready. She pulls the string back, taking careful aim at the iced part of the staff, hoping that this dragon bone arrow will pierce precisely where it intends to. And as she takes a breath, closes her eyes, opens and refocuses, she lets loose the arrow. The arrow flies directly into where the ice has iced over this marble, and the dragon bone arrow pierces just as intended the entirety of the ice. And at this moment, two things happen. Number one, the trap is activated. And so everyone, which appears based on this to be only Reg, takes 700 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
Blizzard damage. It's not fire. It's not fire.
Activating. If it is cold damage, could I use my fire stuff to protect myself from it, or at least dampen it?
Because it is a continuous stream, I'm gonna say no. It would put it out, and you'd still take the damage.
Even the fire skin?
Even the fire skin. Because it'll turn to water. Second thing that happens is, to my knowledge, no one said that they were holding the 12.5 feet of rope.
No, but Kevin
is not there anymore. He broke the other half.
Yeah, but he's around. He can see what's happening.
He can see what's happening. And so the staff fumbles and falls and starts barreling down this incredibly deep chasm. And the tough part here is not the fact that it's falling. It's that Kevin won't be able to see it because it'll be out of any type of sight. There is no light down there.
Can you use your staff?
I can slow it down.
I try to use cold gust to
Swoop it back up.
push it.
Oh my goodness.
Keep it from going off of the edge.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen.
Can I do a reaction check to see if I can do that?
Yeah, so here's what we want to do. Pax, you're going to have to roll a potency check to see if you can cast Slow Fall on the gem. Caden, you need to roll an attack roll of Cold Gust to try and make it come back up towards the area. And then, Reg, because you don't have anything to roll right now, I want you to roll a stamina check for Kevin. Kevin the Dragon.
This is just me.
How much can Kevin put in?
200. And while that's happening, I'm going to look up some stuff for Slow Fall real quick for our game.
While
This
you're looking
is
that up, I'm gonna step away for a second.
okay. Reg rolled a 276, which is excellent for Kevin. That means he can follow it no problem. Slow Fall is single target ranged, which is great. Pax, you are able to very expertly nail the staff in the gem with Slow Fall, so it begins falling slower. And Caden, your incredible roll brings the staff back up just barely into eyesight, and Kevin's able to grab it and bring it back to the rest of the party. Excellent job, guys. That is
I want your teamwork.
yeah. It all came out at the end. That's the important part. Spud says 700 damage, Lordy. Caden MVP and Pax for the win. Woohoo! Yes, Spud, we're playing Shattered Dawn, our own indie RPG. And needless to say, there's some large numbers in this game. I think we're level 25, 24, something like that?
25, I think.
25.
Okay, what did I miss?
We got the staff back.
Woo!
All right.
All right, we gotta heal Reg now.
I am not feeling well.
No, you're not.
All right. So everyone now has this very large basketball-sized gem, sapphire, in their hands. Based on sizes, I mean, we're talking, one sapphire that's the size of your fingernail is like 150 gold. So this thing is easily in the multi-thousand gold worth of expensive. So I'm assuming we're putting that in the first bank of Reg.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Cool.
Your deposit is safe with me.
Yeah, it is quite a large gem.
Just out of curiosity, how heavy is the first bank of Reg at this point? Like, if we unfortunately lost my dear old friend, my buddy here, what would it take for us to carry this thing around?
We got contingency plans. We wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. Okay. So now that you guys have done that, the next phase of this trek is the chasm in front of, or the bridge coming out of the chasm into a walled, carved area. And so,
hey
ahead.
guys, before I put this thing in the bag, now that we have it, are you able to tell how it's magic?
You can roll a potency check, Caden or Pax.
Okay.
Or both?
Why not both?
Oh, I did one earlier too, didn't I? I'm hurt. I forgot. Let me take that off. Minus 200. Oh, I did 232 specifically.
Ouch.
And I will use another 232 for this one.
I don't remember if I added in my points from last week.
So
We're just gonna do this.
roll
There's mine, 135.
plus 232. Boom. There we go.
Excellent roll. Both of you guys, good roll. So it will, if you activate it, which is very much like a genie in a lamp, you rub it and it glows bright. Not only will it glow brighter, it will also allow you to use the spell Mist Cloud once a day, or summon Mist Cloud. Yeah.
Just Mist Cloud.
It grants a 10-foot by 10-foot radius of mist obscuring vision and granting a plus 50 on sneak checks.
Neat.
Yep.
Now, is that like we who use it get the bonus, or anyone who's in there gets the bonus?
Anyone who is sneaking in the mist cloud gets a bonus.
Sneak a snake.
Yep. All right, so before you is a crumbling stone bridge. The bridge appears to lead deeper into the ruins, and it looks as though it's in disrepair. Parts of it are crumbling and loose.
Did we heal Reg?
We have not healed Reg
We
yet.
did not. Let's do that.
So I will let Pax heal Reg, and I will hit myself with 2 quick heals.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Reg,
think that brings
what
everyone
is
to full.
your...
Because you guys are just hanging out, you can spend some time regenerating and healing. So
Okay,
Reg,
cool.
you're back
That's
at
a
full.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go back and get the get some more of those weapons. If I have to pick up the ones that are scattered.
Okay.
Reg, I can heal you for 480.
You go back north to the market district area and grab some of the weapons and come back. It takes you a couple minutes, but you're able to grab a number of various weapons.
And I do the same thing. I just sling them across this bridge.
Okay. I'm gonna say you grab 6 weapons. Roll 6 1d100. And we're gonna figure out where you throw these.
There we
What
go.
are the odds?
Okay. So 3 are going to land where you intend them to be. So go ahead and choose 3 squares where you want them to land.
Oh, never mind.
Oh. How about the 3 squares that are right there by the hand?
Okay.
Like in between the head.
Yeah, I gotcha. And so as you throw them, they land, and the 2 outside areas crumble and fall into the chasm. The weapon that lands in the middle between those 2 appears to be fine, but it appears the outside edges were not very structurally sound.
Well,
So we got the gem. Who's ready to go home?
so we have a Raiders of the Lost Ark scenario happening.
Maybe not. Who
Oh, no, I'm
knows?
sorry, Holy Grail.
Yeah, for those of you watching the
yeah.
stream, you might have some insight. And actually, before that happens, I'm going to go ahead and make this more opaque so it's tougher to see, so that you guys don't get any ideas there.
So seeing that there are fragile places, I guess, for lack of tiles, it's cool to roll a sneak check to try and visually suss out any more, right?
So it all looks crumbly. You don't really have a good guess as to what would constitute a safe space to walk versus what wouldn't. They all
Let
look
me ask
unsafe
you-
to you.
Well, Reg
So
has an
the
idea.
ones that crumbled before, the weapons that landed on them, how heavy weapons that were
They
there?
were
Like,
some of
does
the-
it look like anything can trigger it? Like, if I tap the one in front of me, does it fall?
No, it's totally fine. But it is important to note that the ones that landed were heavier weapons than the others that landed elsewhere.
Well, Reg is going to pull out Mr. Freeze, the ebony ice halberd,
Okay.
with reach, and start doing what we did in the in the vampire mansion or castle. Kind of funny that we referenced it earlier. And is just going to one at a time. Just Pax. He's gonna
Oh,
try and get where you are if you can
Please.
move back or to the side. Literally just
Thanks,
do
Spud.
pokes. Doing
Spud
pokes
says
on
I'm an
these.
evil man. Sorry, say that again?
Reg is using the halberd to poke the spaces in front of him.
Okay.
So realistically, from where he's at, he can reach the.
Yeah, you can reach basically everything in front of you by one square. So you're just like tapping on him.
Yeah, doing weighty taps.
Okay.
wait.
So where exactly do you tap?
First and foremost, directly in front of him here.
Okay. So the way that I'm gonna do this, the way I have written down, these aren't gonna be any specific rolls. These are gonna be generic 1d100 rolls.
Okay.
Because everything is so radically different on each step. So go ahead and roll for the first square. Okay. And then where are the other squares you're tapping right now?
So Caden said he got the one in front of him, right?
Yeah, I'm not stepping on it though.
Yeah, that appears to be fine.
So with the spear, I can usually attack like this square and this square. So
Yeah.
I would do these 4.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the other 3. Spud, Mr. Business isn't with us tonight. However, he is quite the character. If you guys are subscribers, go ahead and throw business time in the chat there. Because why not? We're getting down to business.
For business.
That is his catchphrase is that it's business time. And this is no exception.
Although I guess technically I can get the second row one in front of Caden too.
Yeah.
Can you do it? Can you do a roll times number?
You can. I can't remember how to do it. You just roll.
Don't you just hit space again?
What are you trying to do?
David's done it before, where he rolls for like
oh.
a bunch of guards at once.
Yeah, just it's /roll space 1D, or 4D100, 3D100, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So 5.
Cool. And so, in order, this one here crumbles away.
Oh, that one's up safe.
Yep. All right. Past that, you've done all the other ones. So, what is everybody doing now?
I'm encouraging my friend Celeste go home.
I don't want to die.
Hey guys.
All right, so we still have one of the halves of the rope should be 25 feet, right?
Yeah, so you have 50 feet of rope and you have 12 and a half feet of rope.
All right, so I tie part of the rope around Reg's waist. Hang on to that, buddy.
No problem, buddy.
Oh, buddy
I'm gonna
system
tie
for the win.
I'm gonna tie the other end to me.
Okay.
Now, Reg, I need you to basically stay solid where you are. And I am going to try to jump up and down on each one of these. And if it breaks, you got to save me.
Reg is backing up a space just in case there's a little.
Pax, if you don't mind helping him with the end of the rope that's around his waist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is not...
Spud was waiting for the rope around the waist. It is classic. They broke most of their rope a moment ago trying to get a sapphire.
That's a very good point. How strong is this rope at this point?
Considering Reg could literally snap it in half, yeah, we'll find out. I mean, you're putting a lot of trust in a rope right now, so.
Pax, be ready with that stick again.
Got it.
All right, so
4 more times, kids.
Yeah.
So the square in front of me, I bang on it with the sword. Is it still solid?
Still solid.
All right, I stand on it.
The
The one next to me,
Okay.
Roll a stamina.
this one right here. I
Okay.
bang on it with my sword.
It appears to be fine.
I stand on it.
Okay.
This one here, I bang on it with my sword.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good?
It appears to be fine.
I stand on it. This one, I bang on it with my sword.
Appears to be fine.
I stand on it.
Roll a stamina check.
I'm gonna use 50 of my stamina.
Okay.
1d100.
Oh, just barely. So as it starts to crumble, your reflexes kick in, and you leap forward to get away from the crumbling floor.
So I'm one forward?
You're one ahead. Yeah, you're right there. And so the floor crumbles behind you, leaving a sizable hole. You know, you could very easily accidentally fall down that even still. The wingspan, you know, is pretty substantial. And then lastly, the spot you're standing is safe. It does not appear to be crumbling right now.
All right, so now we got a major problem here. This area right here in between the two crumbly ones, can someone stand on that?
So not technically. Yeah, Minesweeper. Basically, that's a jagged edge. Someone would still have to leap, but it's not as ridiculous as going straight, if that makes sense.
Okay, guys, so now I'm
Spud is gripping his mouse too tightly right now. the anticipation is killing us.
Your life's not in the balance, man.
okay, so I think I'm at the end of my rope.
Literally. Yes, you are. You're using the 25-foot space, and that's about 25 feet. I gave you a little bit more, but
Okay, do you want to work your way back?
Do we?
I think I need you to. If we're going, we're gonna have to go forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta go forward, Reg.
Yeah, but we haven't checked this bottom column.
But we know you can stand here, right?
Oh, Reg is bigger than us.
I am much bigger than you.
Are your feet actually that much bigger, though?
So,
Okay.
Reg, you can stand where that red line is safely.
Oops. Sorry, I gotta put my
Ooh.
back into selecting.
You drew an eyebrow. No.
So I'll give you. You got like an extra little bit of feet there.
I bang on the one in front of me.
Appears safe.
I stand on it.
Nothing happens.
I bang on the one in front of me.
Nothing happened. Or it seems safe, sorry.
Oh, this one has the weapon on it. So I stand on it.
Yeah.
You know to be wary of your Archmaster when they start using like lawyer language.
For real.
It appears.
It appears to be fine.
Spud, to answer your question, Reg is playing a race called Dargoth, and they're basically little giants. Little being 8 to 10, 12 feet tall. He's substantially large with horns growing out of his head and kind of translucent, transparent skin. It's quite menacing. But he plays a very polite Dargoth, so. All right.
Actually, you guys have just made me aware of something here. So if I back up, I don't know that this square is safe.
You're correct.
Does it matter?
We don't know.
It does matter because otherwise Reg has to jump.
We don't know if this bottom's safe. We don't know if the top row is safe. We only know the middle.
I'm only making a path for a person my size. So I gotta come back and figure this out.
This one right here. Wait, before you come all the way back, can I do the same thing? I've got that staff. Can I not?
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to
tap?
accidentally burn a staff though?
Oh no! You know what I have? I still have
12 and a half feet of rope.
no. I still have three rocks.
How much does Bird Kevin weigh?
Bird Kevin is
Kevin's
light.
Yeah.
Light enough to place these spare weapons on each square?
Yes. So, taking a moment, Bird Kevin, which is our dragon ally, for those of you listening for the first time, or who don't know who Kevin is, he flies around in his bird form and places the weapons exactly where you guys would like them. So, where specifically?
Well, I don't trust that because I banged on this one here with my sword and it didn't crumble till I stood on it. I'm just saying.
That is true.
I put some pressure behind banging on that, and I'm thinking gently setting stuff down isn't going to be enough.
Can Kevin stand on something and then catch himself if it starts to crumble, like without going down with the crumbly rock?
Yeah, I mean, he can fly.
Like,
you know what? That's a great idea. Why don't we have him just stomp all over this bridge? Let me I want to jump to this square right here.
Okay.
Oh God! If you die making a safe jump, I swear to God.
Roll a stamina check.
You're still attached by your rope.
Jump into Reg's arms.
Please come to Reg.
So you use
getting that hug.
okay, so you safely make it across the place is crumbled.
Okay, so I go back over here, and I'm like, all right, Kev, if you don't mind, just start stomping all over that sucker, and let's see what we can do.
All right, so Kevin transforms back into his dragon form, and he is a very menacing black dragon. And he...
Not good at it.
He kind of just starts stomping around kind of recklessly. And as he gets to this point, right there between the two statues that are standing off of this bridge, he must have activated something, or the statues detected him. He is zapped by some sort of magical energy and is now frozen permanently between the two statues.
No, Kevin, no!
You froze my dragon.
I try to make a potency check to determine if that's something that can be undone, or if it's timed, or anything like that.
Roll a potency check.
Pax is currently in tears, and she feels really bad about this whole thing.
Since Pax is in
Pax
tears,
is Kim Kardashian crying right now.
I'm gonna put a little extra into it then, just because Pax is seriously bothered by it. This is really gonna hurt me, Pax, just so you know.
Thanks, Kaden.
Oh, yeah. So you determine that it is able to be undone that this is most likely something that has a switch to activate it or deactivate it, much akin to the globe that shoots sparks from the first floor.
Oof.
Spud said, "Alas, poor Kevin, we barely knew him." So
It sounded
you
like
are
a foolproof plan having him stomp around, to be honest with you.
honestly, if he would have stayed in bird form, he would have been totally fine. It was literally because he changed to a dragon.
Reg was when Reg suggested the plan, he was saying you holding a weapon, jump on each spot. But if Kevin decided to be dragon, that's on Kevin.
Well, no, they said to change into dragon form and stomp around because he's weighed substantially more.
Well, I mean, I would have asked that he do it too, to be honest with you, because we need pressure.
Yeah. So right now, Kevin is frozen, kind of hovering above the area between the two statues. So
we need to find some sort of mechanism or switch to turn him back. I inform everybody that my examination of the situation says that this is very similar to the electric globe in the other room.
Okay.
The common sense dictates that it would be in the room on the other side of the bridge.
Right.
Hey, Spud says we can save him, and I believe that.
On the other side of the bridge?
Yes.
Yeah, we have to. All right. So wait, Kevin's suspended.
He's blocking our way.
Yeah, he's suspended mid-leap.
So we can squirm
s-
underneath him.
Yes. So you should be able to get up to the point where Caden was without issue.
Now he got frozen where I stood, so I was safe standing there though, right?
Yeah, so he is standing right in between the two that you initially, or hovering, I guess, between the two statues right above.
Between two ferns.
Yeah. He was frozen as he was going forward to go into unventured territory. So up to this point... Go ahead.
To just let them know, it seems that whatever it is only affecting Kevin because he's where I was at and I did not get frozen.
Okay.
Correct.
Maybe he was just that much higher up then, and that's why I got him.
And Caden, because of your potency check from earlier, the spell that has been crafted seems to only affect enemies, quote unquote, of the ruins of Evrivahr, the actual place, but in this case, the ruins now. So, and dragon is definitely considered an enemy.
I see.
Well, Reg is going to take up his position. Do we want to switch to the 50-foot rope?
There is no 50-foot rope.
I don't have a 50-foot rope.
Oh, I thought when you were saying what ropes we had when we first started doing the jumps that you said we had a 50 and a 25.
We have a 25, a 12 and a half, and another 12 and a half. That's actually
the other 12 and a half
we
is
have the other 12 and a half.
No, that
unless
fell.
it came with the thing. Okay.
The one that you have came with the staff. The other 12 and a half was dropped.
Okay.
Considering Reg's size, could he just... I mean, keeping the rope on anyways, but if Caden can go ahead and clear these two spaces while he's in Reg's reach, with Reg just having a hand on the back of his shirt to yank him back if it starts to fall.
Why would you need to yank me? I could just pull myself up the rope.
I mean, it's safer that you don't fall.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm worried about this yanking concept.
I mean, gentle giant and all, not like throwing you.
So, what are you guys doing now?
All right, so
Big boy is worried about these three that he doesn't know if they're safe. Is all I'm saying.
So
you don't have to stand on them. Why don't you go from here to here? Can he go from here to here?
This is how Reg dies.
Well, there's no point in checking these three if you can go from here to here. Because let's say all three of these were safe. Going from here to here is the same as going from here to here. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to cross this type of gap at some point.
Yeah, so, Reg, go ahead and make a stamina check.
You can do this.
Do you want to stay tied to me while I do this?
Not in particularly, buddy, but
He believes in you.
I'll
what I do believe in
Pax has
is
got you.
I will stay tied to you. Pax will slow fall you. How long does the slow fall last?
Hold on, I haven't pulled up actually. Slow fall lasts for 5 turns, so about 30 seconds.
Okay, so
Okay, so we can still pull you back in time if we're still following you.
Spud, that's a good point. He says if you go down the middle, only one leg would get stuck. While true, I think it's more the outside ledges where he would get stuck and the rest of his body would fall.
All right, Reg is going for this.
Reg goes on keto.
Reg is on keto, actually.
Reg is on keto, yeah. So, Reg, with much fear, you are able to clear the gap with no problem.
Yeah, I'm day 2 back into keto, and I'm just hating life.
Yeah.
So where's Reg physically at?
Reg is physically on that, the square, basically on the opposite side of that diagonal gap.
You're there, right?
Yeah, but I mean, realistically, you're taking up that area. Now, everything up to this point has been everything that could have broken and crumbled has been crumbled. Everything else is safe. It's supported Kevin's weight, no problem.
Well, Reg will
Okay, so Reg, you should probably move
come
there.
into the middle
There you
here, into the safe-ish spot. I don't know how to do that. I'm so big, it just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, that's where you're standing right now is correct, between the 2 statues and kind of huddled under Kevin's frozen body.
Reg is gonna try and provide assistance as everyone catches up.
Reg, I think you need me to open up the pathway in front of where Kevin's at, right? You didn't think this through.
I don't know. Everybody told me to go.
Well, I just needed to know it. I didn't really tell you to go. I just needed to know if you crossed this gap.
Well,
he's across it now.
Alright. Well, you
Alright,
are
so
about to
I'm
get snuggly, so.
Can we share space?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try to squirm my way around him. Do I need a roll to get past that?
Yeah, so
not
just
gonna
make a stamina check.
This.
Just make a stamina check to get across that first initial gap, and then you're good to get up to where you need to be. Pax, what are you doing during this time? I know you're kind of hanging back.
Pax is
Letting the
rethinking
guys
her life
do-
choices.
Pax is trying not to lose $5.
She's pretty upset about Kevin, so she's trying to make sure we all make it across alive.
Okay.
So I'm gonna scoot underneath
She's
Kevin.
got her
here.
slow fall staff out just in case it's helpful.
Smart.
I'm actually assuming the 137 was good enough
Yeah.
as I scoot underneath
Are
Kevin.
we able to physically reach and touch Kevin where we're at?
Yeah, you can definitely touch Kevin. Spud says Pax is waiting for the falling scream.
We need a Wilhelm.
I
Yeah,
want to bang on this one right here in front of me. With
seems
the sword.
fine.
I step on it.
Ew.
Or
Nothing
crawl onto
happens.
it actually.
If I touch Kevin and try and push on him a little, does he hover and but move forward? Or is he just like completely locked
He's
in
like
place?
locked in space. Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
So when I stand on it, I'm good.
Yep.
So I physically stand up then because I crawled underneath Kevin.
All
Yeah,
right,
you're good to
the
stand now.
drawing tool back.
All right, so I bang on the next one.
Seems fine.
I stand on it.
All right.
I bang on the next one.
Seems fine.
I stand on it.
All right. Roll that stamina check.
This banging ain't working out at all.
I know, you keep doing it.
Do you have anything heavier?
Let's see here.
I mean, there's always a Reg, but
There you go.
Spud says it's the most bizarre conga line ever.
Well, true to form, like most conga lines, no one sober is experienced.
All right, so you fall and the rope holds, which is good. You are dangling now, and
You okay, buddy?
Yep. Just a worm on a hook. You want to pull me up?
Yeah.
I try to scamper up the rope as best I can,
okay.
so that he doesn't have to actually rub it against the stone as much. Actually, don't pull.
Okay, cool.
Try to climb up.
Reg is bracing, not pulling.
Smart thinking, because that 39 would have broken the rope and you would have fell to your death, Caden. So Caden climbs back up intelligently and is able to pull himself the rest of the way. You now know that space is not for the for walking.
Okay. That space is not for walking. Okay, I banged the one.
Hold on,
the banging doesn't work.
Wait. All right, wait. Hold on, just 1 second. So I'm gonna move over here.
Roll a stamina check. Are you adding anything to that?
I didn't. I probably should have.
Yeah.
Can I roll a reflex?
Make another stamina check, Pax, but this time add something to it. Because you have lost your footing going over the small gap.
Oh.
If I see that, I want to make a dive for her and try to grab her.
We'll see what happens.
Reg is on deck.
Get on there.
Ooh.
Seriously?
Seriously. You are now clearly falling. Reg, because you are on deck, quote unquote, and Caden, you see this happening behind Reg. You both can react the way you would like to.
I am going to sprint and then dive over the edge and try to grab her.
Okay. Reg, what are you doing? Because you're both acting at the same time.
Oh god, we are all about to go over that rope is gonna tug, man.
This is where we lose the whole party. You're gonna be able to slow fall to your death.
I would assume that Reg would.
Wait, what do you mean slow fall to our deaths?
Because slow fall lasts 30 seconds. You guys didn't hear the weapons end, so like you're gonna be plummeting until you're dead.
We wait until we see the ground and cast slow fall.
There you go.
Reg would probably not be aware of Caden diving. So planting his feet, he would reach out.
Spud's getting stressed out. Okay, so you're reaching out with one arm.
I'm getting stressed
Okay. All right. Let me think about this for a second. Caden.
Yep.
All right. So here's what's gonna happen. Reg, you have spent 150 of your stamina.
I'm
which
out.
brings you at 140. Pax, I'm sorry, not Pax. Pax, I'm gonna put you off in the chasm for right now because you're in the middle of a fall. You're out of stamina, Caden?
Yeah,
correct?
but basically I use 50, and I'm assuming that I'm waiting till I get enough stamina to try again, and I move that way. So
Okay.
I only have 100, and I don't think I would have done that until I was tired. So
Yeah.
since I just used my stamina on that trap, I'm gonna say at most I have 10 or whatever you want to give me.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stamina check then, Caden.
Okay.
I thought that was a safe place to meet you.
And then
It was.
No!
Oh god in heaven.
No, this is so bad. Oh
Okay,
my goodness.
Red.
Okay, so hold on. So Pax, you only spent 50 stamina, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you have 150 stamina. You need to roll the most important stamina check.
I have way more stamina than. I should have more stamina than that.
How much is your
What do you
stamina
have
pool?
me
You had 200
Yeah,
stamina
it's
to
like
begin with.
300.
No, I had 240.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then I was off by 40, so you have 190 stamina.
Yeah.
All right, so Pax,
I'm sorry,
you need
guys.
to make.
I did not realize.
You're good. You need to make a stamina check. That is the most important stamina check of your life, literally.
Reg is ready to yank back on everybody.
How much stamina do I have left? We said one. How much stamina?
You have 190. Spud is also
190.
sending his good roll energy, so hopefully that helps.
All right, Spud. I'm putting it all in there.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, Pax. So Pax is out, Caden's out, and now Reg, you have how much? You have 140 left, correct?
Yeah.
I need you to roll another stamina check, and then I'll explain what's happening.
I'm assuming bracing everybody, yanking them back.
Kind of.
Not quite as good.
Remember what Caden was talking about? Going home, having a nap.
All right, so here's what happens.
This is how you die.
See what had happened was.
Now there is going to be one more roll, but I'll tell you what needs to happen when we get there. Pax, you lightly leap over the small chasm that separates the two pieces of the bridge. And as you do so, you lose your footing and kind of fly off to your left towards the chasm, going, ah! And making some sort of noise as you're beginning to teeter over the edge. Caden spots you first and makes a mad dash, running and leaping towards you, disregarding all of his own safety. Assuming Reg is ready and sees that he is coming to jump. Reg, however, turned to see you when you screamed and was unaware that Pax is actually, that Caden is running towards you. And so he reaches out towards you, but just barely misses you as you go toppling over the edge. And as Reg sees you topple and you have the sinking feeling that this is the end of your existence, Caden leaps over, just barely missing the opportunity to grab you in any real capacity with his own arms. However, your circus and acrobatic training kicks in and you're able to grab his legs as he misses you, hanging on. But the added weight of Caden and yourself on Reg sends him toppling over the edge as well.
No!
However, Reg, still with arm outstretched and feeling the pull on him as he's being yanked off the bridge towards his all of you's demise, is able to grab with one hand the edge of the bridge. You are all currently hanging right now on the side of the bridge. Caden, you are at the end of the rope. Pax, you're hanging on his legs. Reg, the rope is around your belt, and you can begin to see it start to fray.
Slow fall, please. Slow fall, please.
Wait, doesn't one of you have levitate? Has an item that casts levitate. Pax took the staff. Didn't Caden? Didn't you take the thing that did levitate? And
Why have we not been levitating this whole time then?
And,
I don't have levitate.
Messina took the carpet. We spread out the safety net objects.
I don't remember getting anything that has levitate. I don't have it written down anyway.
Ruh-roh.
I do have a magic carpet written down, which was, when I was writing everybody's stuff down for them.
Yeah,
But I haven't written down anything that's levitate. Let's see.
It's either between Pax or Caden.
I don't have anything levitating.
Let me try and look at my old notes to see if it's on here.
Wizard's Light. Tones. I can breathe underwater. I don't know.
One more strand of the rope snaps.
Oh, we just cast slow fall.
Kidding me?
Does slow fall actually make us lighter?
The rope hasn't snapped yet. There's a couple of strands that are beginning to.
Lighter.
Slow fall will, yes, technically make you lighter.
All right, I'm casting slow fall.
Okay. Slow fall on both of you.
So
Yes.
Reg is
I
going
start
to...
scampering up the rope as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Reg is trying to
My
brace
strength.
the rope with his non-ledge hand.
Okay. Caden, roll a strength. No, not strength. Roll a stamina check. You got nothing to give, but
All right. But I should be fairly light. It shouldn't take a lot of force to climb up the rope, I'm hoping.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it
this
shouldn't, it shouldn't be fraying anymore, at least for 30 seconds, I'm hoping.
Send out
Yes.
those vibes, Puddles.
all right. You're able to get about halfway up the rope. You're past the point where the rope has been fraying.
This is good. This is good.
Make
Hang
one
in
more
there,
roll.
buddy.
No! Reg, your hand slips and they fall a little bit backwards. The impact and sudden yank thankfully doesn't fray the rope more, but you're below the fray again. One more roll, Caden.
How long is each turn?
This is all happening in the course of like 10 seconds, so you got 10 stamina.
I actually get 20 then, but
Okay.
I am going to start climbing again then.
Excellent. So you've made it all the way back up to Reg. Now,
Yeah.
the challenge here is how are you going to get up? Are you just going to crawl along his back?
I am absolutely 100% going to crawl along. Or actually, I asked for Pax to grab a hold of Reg instead of my feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to scamper up over his back.
Pax, do you do that?
Sure.
Okay. And that's something you can relatively easily do. What do you grab onto, though?
As far as Reg goes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. Can I reach his feet?
Yeah.
You can reach any part of his leg.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then I
Okay, that's all I needed to know. If you
yeah,
were
like,
going to
wind
grab his
myself around his
backpack.
ankles.
Yeah,
so yeah, we're about to lose the national.
the first bank of Reg. All your items. All right, so now Caden and Pax and Reg, all of you make one more stamina check to climb back up on the bridge.
So I have 20 stamina now.
Yes.
I'm going to put it all into this roll.
Okay, Pax,
we've
you
only
also have
regained
20.
one turn or 2 turns worth of stamina.
2 turns now.
All right, I got
So-
40.
20 stamina.
Yep.
Jesus be praised. Oh no, it's doing that thing where it slows down on my roll. This is so suspenseful. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's showing it on anyone else's end, but I'm getting just rolling the dice.
Oh, no, not
There
yet.
you go.
There it
We
is.
got it.
All right,
there it
everyone's
is.
back up after almost dying, falling to a perilous death. So, what do you do now? I'm gonna say you guys hang out for a minute and regain your stamina.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
That would be the first concern. Second thought, is it possible to reinforce the frayed rope with the bits of the broken rope? Like the kind of tie the separate ends.
Yeah, you can do that.
How many charges are left on your slow fall at this point? I think we used
2.
3.
3.
There's 3
Well,
left.
Did we use?
No, I think we used one on the gem and then one on each of us, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 more slow falls left.
But we're alive.
Now here's the deal. If you want to try it, you can make a running jump and land right here in the threshold of the safety of that room.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Now, if I have slow fall on me and I leap into the air,
You will carry farther easier.
Ooh. It's a good thought.
Well, the problem is you only have 2 charges, and there's
Yeah, but you could release Kevin, and if we knew that area over there was solid, Kevin could drop us off, maybe?
You know what? Why didn't we just have Kevin fly us over there?
I've been wondering that the whole time.
Set us down and the ground crumbled.
My understanding was Kevin was not strong enough to carry Reg.
Kevin is much larger with you in dragon form.
Reg asked if he could ride Kevin and was told no, so that's all I know.
Oh, not in his bird form, no.
I meant dragon.
I didn't know that. So, what do you guys do?
You're giving me more stamina than I actually own.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Actually, all these numbers are a little off, right?
I don't think I updated, but it's okay. You guys know what you have.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan?
So,
Caden, do you want me to cast Slow Fall on you, and then you run and jump and release Kevin?
I'm almost tempted to just take our chances with the rope, to be honest with you.
Baby steps.
Okay.
I worry about using up all the charges of slow fall.
Mm-hmm.
You would still have one left,
has
though.
just happened.
We have 2. Yeah, we have 2 left.
All right, I guess if you want to do that, I could try to free up Kevin, and then maybe the best course of action. So I
up
want to run. After she casts it on me, I'm going to run up to this point right here, just before the trap.
Okay.
And then I'm aiming for back here.
Yep. Go
I'm
for
not
it.
aiming anywhere in this area here. I'm aiming as far back as I can go. Okay?
Understood. Make a stamina check.
Wait a minute.
Get it right.
Never mind.
And this is where I'm going to make a stamina check. I'm going to put all 100 into it.
Don't roll a natural one.
I'm going to roll a natural one.
Yeah. No, you did it. There it is.
Hey, look at you.
So, Caden runs and lands right here. He leaps, overcoming the boundary, landing safely just barely inside the threshold of this common area. Caden, as you look around, it appears to be a common area with halls leading multiple directions. There are bookcases and a table covered with scrolls and books. And to your left, amongst the rubble, on the wall, is a switch.
All right, guys, I'll see you later. I go over and I hit the button.
So you pull the switch. Kevin is released, and he says,
What happened?
Nothing good.
You're frozen.
We've decided that you should fly them across.
Cookies. I have dragon cookies.
Dragon
would say-
cookies.
I would say start with Pax.
Both of you grab on.
Oh, if Kevin can handle both of us.
so you both latch onto Kevin's legs, and he, with 2 powerful flaps of his wings, leads you all the way into this room, switching into his smaller, more agile bird form that can fit through doorways as he does so. And you guys are now in this common area. Now, that was very stressful for everybody.
Only because we were stupid. I mean, we should have had him fly us across to begin with. I mean, well, ultimately...
Actually, no, because if we'd asked him to fly us across, he would have still got frozen, right?
Well, if he went that way, but you guys, I don't know.
We definitely would have went that way anyways because it's over safety.
True.
Yeah.
Pseudo
It's
safety.
true. So it's fine.
Yeah, all in all, you guys made it through. You had a scare.
I'm gonna have to go watch our archive to try and find out where that levitation thing is.
Yeah.
Because I know it was like a once per day.
Honestly, I'm pretty confident that was given to Mr. Business when he came back, but I don't know that for a fact.
Not when he came back. I didn't give him. We didn't give him that.
Oh
We gave
no,
him a
yeah,
couple
you're
other
right.
things.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna end this portion of the stream, and then whoever needs to jump off can jump off. I'll be back to answer questions and chat and interact and all that fun stuff. But thank you for joining us for that very stressful episode. We appreciate you guys, and as always, we'll be hanging out in the chat afterwards. But
how is that less stressful than our big bad fight?
Yeah, and you know what? That's a great question. So, we'll see you guys later. Like I said, I'll be hanging out afterwards. Have a great week.